Everybody, I'm Dean Stavridis, the Dean of the Fletcher School of Law and Diplomacy, and I'm here today with one of our most outstanding alumnas, and that is Reeta Roy, who has joined us from Toronto, Canada, where she is the President and CEO of Mastercard Foundation. She is also here today because she's being honored with the annual Class of 1947 Outstanding Alumni Award. Reeta, it's great to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you.
So let's kind of start at the beginning with your life, which is a fascinating one. Can you say a little about your background and bring us to the time when you came to the United States to attend college?
I grew up in Malaysia in a very small town called Ipoh. My father and mother were both in public health, and they came from different nationalities. My father was from India and my mother Chinese, and they had come before independence. My father died when I was quite young, and so it was left to my mum to bring us up. And she valued education like nothing else, and likely because it was the one thing she most wanted that was denied her. And so she just had such a commitment that her daughter would be educated. And in fact, what got me to the United States was she mortgaged the one asset that she had after my father died, which was our house. And that enabled me to come to the US. And I always say my first scholarship was my mother's scholarship.
Wow, fabulous story. You're now incredibly successful running the Mastercard Foundation, doing what I think in the end all Fletcher alums want to do, which is change the world in positive ways. How did you become the CEO and president of such an enormous foundation that, by my understanding, has helped well over 20 million people over the last few years?
I have to say I'm really grateful. I had terrific mentors while I was in the corporate world, and I had terrific people who helped me to continue to grow and to constantly reflect about what it was I really wanted to do. And while I was learning in the extraordinary classroom, which was a corporation, it also brought me into the world of philanthropy. And that sparked my interests. And one day, after 17 years in the healthcare industry, I got a call to say that the Mastercard Foundation, which I had never heard of, was looking for a leader. And that conversation brought me to this place.
Wow.
And so it's a combination of, I think, hard work, staying true to certain ideals, and serendipity.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's go to the Mastercard Foundation. I know it's about education, about access, about financial inclusion. What are 2 or 3 things you're particularly proud of that are in progress now at the foundation?
But I would say what I'm proudest of is the reach that the foundation has achieved. We're working in 30 countries across Africa today. We work with extraordinary organizations who have taught us a lot and allowed us to learn with them and who have influenced our thinking. And in my early days, I remember meeting with farmers in northern Uganda, a very devastated part of the world because of the civil war, and a woman telling me, she was a farmer, telling me that my life has changed. And I said, "Can you tell me how?" She said, "Well, I can eat 2 times a day. Wow. And I can send 2 of my 5 children to school." And for her, that was already profound. And then today, when I meet women who speak about how their lives have changed, how the dynamic in their household, the power dynamic, has shifted in their marriage because of economic independence, I know that change is happening and change is palpable.
And in the end, it sounds to me like what you do is you deliver hope in many situations that feel so bleak to people. And I often quote Napoleon on this, who said that a leader is a dealer in hope. A leader is a dealer in hope. You are an exceptional leader, and we are very proud to count you as an alumna of the Fletcher School of Law and Diplomacy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very, very much
Thanks.
for having me here.
Pleasure.